Think beyond what common sense would allow. Most of us can be found flying too close to the ground. Too often we don't give ourselves permission to soar. It's time to start focusing on possibilities rather than on limits or obstacles. Making a quantum leap means moving outside your mental boundaries. If you will rethink how you're thinking, you can multiply your performance potential. You must let your desires guide you, instead of allowing yourself to be boxed in by perceived constraints. Seeking the quantum leap means violating the boundary of the probable. It means achieving well beyond the obvious. So don't limit your desires to what you think you can have, start going after what you want. This means you must give yourself permission to dream, to risk. You must set yourself free. A 10 or 20% improvement isn't the idea at all. That would represent only incremental gains. That might be an impressive performance in some situations, like if there were unusual obstacles or a very challenging set of circumstances. But while such a goal might be challenging, it would not represent a quantum leap. Instead of an additional 10% or so, a quantum leap produces a dramatic and multiple gain, an exponential increase. Quantum leaps are by definition rather astounding, certainly unconventional. Don't get the idea that anything you can think of is possible. But in some areas of your life, what lies within your reach is enough to stagger the mind. You can double your level of success. Triple it. Far beyond that, you can leverage up your performance to the second or third or fourth power, or beyond. True, there are limits, but you don't need to worry about them. Your real limits are far beyond your artificial mental boundaries. The real limits won't box you in, but the false one you're carrying around in your mind are a self-imposed prison. So how do you break out of this jail? Through surrender. You have to give up some of your old beliefs and sacrifice some of those sensible thinking patterns. So-called common sense can be a curse that puts a ceiling on how far you reach or how high you fly. U squared, the quantum leap strategy, is based on uncommon sense. A 10 or 20% improvement isn't the idea at all. That would represent only incremental gains. Prichett.